Alright, I'm going to show you how to make some ketchup without all that high fructose corn syrup and all the preservatives in it. It's really easy. All you need is a crock pot and some simple ingredients that you can find at any grocery store, and it's easy. So with that being said, let's get started. First thing I'm going to start it because I really like my ketchup to be extremely tomatoey and not so much preservative taste. I have a lot of different types of tomatoes. But first, I'm going to start with some sun-dried tomatoes. These have no sulfites in there. So into my crock pot they go. One of the ways that I'm going to get rid of using a bunch of sugar is using some raisins, and I'm just using the golden raisins so that my ketchup doesn't turn really dark colored. So in those go. If you don't want to stay. Okay. Then I've got some onion. Nothing's been done to it. It's just some onion chopped up. Now before I add in my tomatoes, I'm going to add in a few more things. I have a little bit of chopped bell pepper here, different colors. Just a little bit. You do not have to add that if you don't want to. I just think it adds a good little something behind the food. I have a knob of ginger. This is fresh ginger that I just took the skin off. It's about ½ an inch worth. In it goes. And then in my spices, I have some fennel seed, some garlic chips, some cinnamon, cayenne pepper, black pepper, some parsley flakes, and then salt and pepper will be to taste, but I'll add just a little bit now and I add more at the ending so that I can adjust the flavoring how I want it to be. Now I have about 6 to 8 tomatoes, about 2 pounds, and these were vine ripened, organic, blah blah blah. In they go. Might be kind of hard to get my lid on it a little bit. That's okay. So now on top of this I have about 1/4 cup of red wine, 3/4 cup of vinegar. I'm using rice vinegar today. 1.5 cups of water. And instead of using sugar again, I'm using agave nectar. And I'm actually using the rest of what I got here, which is about 1/4 cup, because I'm going to use the bottle to put my ketchup in when I'm done. So in my liquids go. My vinegar. This will also give it a longer shelf life. In the refrigerator, please, if you put it, if you don't can it, put it in the refrigerator. And the water. Okay. Turn this on low for about 2 hours and have it covered. Oh, I forgot my agave. You could use honey. If you didn't want to use the agave that I'm using here, you're going to want to double it, so it's the amount of sugar will be more. You'd use 1/2 cup of brown sugar or 3/4 cup white sugar. On the lid goes. 2 hours. After 2 hours, we're going to give it a stir. You can see that the sun-dried tomatoes are nice and soft and pliable, rehydrated, so are the raisins. You can see how much water the tomatoes are letting off. So what we're going to do now, we're going to keep it uncovered. We're going to crank the temperature up to high and let this go till we have a nice thick consistency. And I'm going to come stir it every 30 minutes or so. Now we're just trying to get everything so that we can blend it up, be nice and smooth. Now that our tomatoes have really broken apart in here and kind of mushy and everything's been rehydrated, it's time to blend it. So, let me get some of this going. See if I can do it without making a mess. It's still hot. So if you got something that's still hot and you're going to blend it, do not fill up your blender all the way. And I'm going to try to get some of the juice so it blends easily. Okay. Anytime you're blending something hot, put something on top. Now we're going to be doing this until we just get it to the consistency we want. I like mine smooth. Once you get it to the consistency you like, give it a taste. This is where you're going to adjust for salt and pepper. And if it's not tomato tasting enough, give it a squirt of all natural vegan tomato paste. Okay, so we got another step after this, but let me finish getting these done real quick. Alright, now that I've got it all blended up, I have got it back into the crock pot on low just because I want to tighten it up just a little bit more. So I'm just going to reduce it just a little bit, maybe about 30 minutes worth in here. But you want to taste it now. I'm just using a piece of wheat bread to taste the ketchup to see how I like the seasoning. For my preference, I'm going to add a little bit more sea salt. Since I used the last of my agave, I'm going to add in just a touch of honey. A little bit more cinnamon, not much. And just for a little bit more kick, some more cayenne. Since I used the sun-dried tomatoes, which have a very intense tomato flavor, I'm not going to have to use any of my tomato paste. Get that stirred up in there. But I do want you, okay, so you saw everything that we put into this ketchup here. So you know that it's easy to pronounce. And there's not much added sugar. It's all natural. So let's go what's over in this stuff. Tomato concentrate. So we don't know what type of tomatoes those were. High fructose corn syrup is number 2. Vinegar. And then corn syrup again, that's another sugar. Salt, onion powder, spice, natural flavorings. Why don't they tell you what spice to use and what natural flavors really are? Because if it has to be added in, I don't think it's very much of a natural flavoring. So here's my ketchup, about 30 minutes to be nice and thicker for me, like nice thick ketchup. It's smooth, and it will put this stuff to shame. Did you see that on there? This stuff will be going out of business because that stuff is the bomb and will last weeks in your freezer, or you can can this, you know, with sterile jars and everything like that, and it will last a year or longer. So if you're a big ketchup family, which I am, this will be gone in a couple weeks anyway. So enjoy, make it, you'll love it.